host now. Oh, and you're recording.
Yeah, all right.
Okay. Let's see if we can mute everybody first.
Yep, I'm gonna.
Okay.
Okay, thank you for your patience. I'm going to mute that one and mute this one. Okay, can y'all,
You should be able to self-mute, and if you hit the right-hand corner, participants, you should be able to hit participants, and then say mute all. Oh, wait, don't mute me, though.
yeah,
Just hit the little mute button
this
on your
is just so different than it is on mine. I can mute myself. That's
no.
not.
Okay, we'll work over it. If you guys just mute your phone.
Okay, yeah, can everybody mute your phone or your computer? Tracy, whoever is on iPad.
That's me.
And Michelle, okay, and Michelle and Brittany, can you mute yours too, please?
Cool.
You can? Okay, but don't do iPad.
Where do I mute? Oh, sorry. I see
You're good, you're good. Good. Okay, cool. Sweet. Awesome. Okay. Well, hold on. Do you want me to wait for you, or are you good? You're good. Okay, cool. I'm Stacy Rogers. I am the coach on Team Butter Pants, which is a division of our big, huge team, Unicorn Wrangler. Hannah asked me to jump on here tonight and talk to you guys about self-confidence and owning success. But I always like to kind of start with my why, so you know a little bit about me and why I joined LuLaRoe. I started October 2015, so a little over a year ago, and we were pretty much, I'm a military wife. My husband's a Marine. He's been in the Marine Corps for 13 and a half years, and we have 2 boys, a 4-year-old and an almost 2-year-old, and it's always crazy all the time. There's like naked kids and dogs, and it's always a hot mess. So anyway, we moved to Hawaii, and we have always lived paycheck to 4 days before paycheck. We have always been strapped for cash. We don't know what it is to have a savings. Even when we were still being good with our money, we still weren't making enough. So when this opportunity came along, we were at a crossroads where I had decided that I was either going to go back to work and pay for daycare, and because that's what society tells us to do, or I was going to do this and hopefully it would bring in some extra income. I did this because Dave said I could, basically. He was like, I said, babe, here's my 2 options. I'm either going to do this business and I'm going to bomb it. Like, I'm going to be horrible. I'm going to sell everything back at cost, know that I tried to do something for our family, and I'll go back to work. Or I'm going to be really awesome at it. And fast forward a year later, and I'm really awesome at it. And I don't say that to be cocky. I say that because I am good at what I do, and I know that you all are good at what you do. That's why you're here, and that's why we do what we do, and it's fun. So my why started to make extra income, which is, I feel like, kind of where like 90% of people's whys are, but my why has grown. We have such freedom that we never had before. I'm not gonna cry. But whenever I talk about this, like, there's times in the beginning where we had to decide whether we were going to buy diapers or whether we were going to buy food. And that's how bad it was in our house. So we had that financial freedom, but now my goal is to help other people reach their goals, whether that's financial freedom, whether that's feeling good in their own skin, whether that is, starting an organization, whatever that is. That's my goal, is to make people feel the way that I feel, how this business has made me feel. That's my new goal. So success and being confident. I always come off like a confident person because I'm funny, and people are like, she's got it going on. I know my hair look good. I know that, but I don't always feel that confidence. When I first started, I had no idea what I was doing. I didn't know I was going to not eat for days at a time. I didn't know I wasn't going to sleep. I didn't know I was going to be taking pictures till 3 a.m. and invoicing. I had a sponsor who I signed up under, who's a fantastic person. We just did not share the same vision. And so I really didn't have a sponsor when I started. I pretty much did all the learning and training myself until I had reached out to Phil Russell, and I was like, help me. I have 200 pieces and I'm 3 months in. He's like, what? So confidence came as I continue to do stuff, as I continue to make sales, as I continue to ask questions. So how do you build your confidence? Let's say not everybody's going to sit up here and talk about naked babies running in their house, and sometimes I use the inappropriate words on my live, not like curse words, but just talk about stuff that people probably shouldn't talk about in their lives. Not everybody's like that. Okay. I get that, but everyone has a gift. So for me, what I try to teach my team is to build confidence. You need to be yourself. If you're quiet and you don't want to be on live, don't do live. Don't do it. Go do an in-home. My mom, she's older, so she just joined, and she's really cute on live, but she's really bad at scheduling. And so I told her, I was like, Mom, you need to find what you're good at. And what you're good at is being in homes and being a greeter and bringing people into your house and helping them feel comfortable. I feel like God created us all with a gift. My gift is to be obnoxious and make people feel good about themselves because I'm so crazy. They're like, I'm not crazy like that girl. I'm good. So you need to find how you were made, and you need. Sorry, my husband is calling. He doesn't know I'm training for you guys. So finding that first and owning who you are. Do not try. I cannot be like Megan. Okay. God did not create me to be like Megan. If I try to be like Megan, I'm going to be bad at it because God made me to be Casey, not Megan. So that's the first thing. Second thing is research. If you don't know what you're doing, do it. Like, find out. Like, they made this, when I started, they did not have fashion fundamentals. Fashion fundamentals is like LuLaRoe's gift to all of us. Okay. There is so much stuff on there. I say stuff, I shouldn't say that's not a very good word to describe. There's so much education on there for us that we should be viewing those videos like at least once a week. Find something new. What do I struggle with? I'm an orange on the color. I am like everywhere. I'm not organized. I'm lucky I'm wearing a bra. Like, let's be honest. Most of my team is gold. They're list makers. So I struggle with that. So I have to learn how to make sure that I communicate across the board. So Fashion Fundamentals has a 4 lenses training, which has saved my business, my friendships, and my relationships with my team. So research. I didn't tell you guys this, but along with my sponsor not sharing the same vision and not really helping me, my husband has been gone. What have I done this for? 13 months. My husband's been gone for 11 months of 13. Okay. I know there's single people on here. I know there's single parents on here. I know there's other people that are just like me, but this business was sink or swim for me. This was not like I had nannies and babysitters and I had to figure this out on my own. So basically I use this little acronym, FEAR. Forget everything and run, or I could face everything and rise. And that's where this came, this confidence. I said, my why is too important to me to be scared. It's too important. I cannot just go and say, you know what, I don't feel like training today. I don't feel like doing an in-home today. I don't feel like doing a live today, because that's not going to help my why. So confidence also comes with knowing your why, speaking your why, and being strong in your why. If your why is superficial, and I don't say that to be rude, but if your why is something like, I want to pay bills, that's not good enough. It's not deep enough. You have to know your why. I feel like you have to have a why so strong that it rocks your soul. That on the days where I am like dealing with kids throwing up and dogs pooping on the carpet and husband's gone, like my why is so strong that I get upstairs, I brush my hair or I put a hat on and I do a live. Like, that is something that builds your confidence. So suck it up and figure it out. That's where I was at that point. Educating yourself, speaking positive. This is my big thing. Everyone has their pity parties. I'm all about a pity party, but a 2-minute pity party. Okay. If you are missing tall and curvy leggings, be sad and then get over it. Like, there's nothing that's going to change that. So you can either choose to wallow and be a sad puppy, or you can choose to say, you know what, that situation stinks. What's positive? Okay. I have a whole bunch of Carly dresses. Let's sell that. So kind of, I know you guys hear it a lot, but being a creator, but also being a mind creator. Like, in your mind, I start the day, I'm like, okay, today's going to be awesome. If it's raining outside, well, at least I have breakfast on the table. Like, I try to find something positive. People say, you always find a silver lining. I'm like, yeah, I don't want to sit under a rain cloud. I'm not Eeyore. That's not my life. So if you can't do that for yourself, you need to find people that can do that for you. You need to protect your heart. I tell people this, protect your why, protect your heart. If there's people, and there are people who are, you can't do that business, or that's not right, or why are you selling skirts, or that's stupid. Cut those people out. You don't need that kind of negativity in your life. When you're building your dreams, surround yourself with people that believe in you when you cannot believe in yourself. There are days that I'm like, I feel like the crappiest coach in the world. And then I have people that I'm like, feels like, are you serious? My husband he's so amazing. He's not here, but he's always like, babe, look at what you've created. Look at all these people you get to help. Look at all these lives that you're changing. So when you can't be strong for yourself, you need to surround yourself with people that can be strong for you, people that know you and believe in you. That is something that I feel is the most important thing in life, but especially in this business. Okay. And then here it is. Do it and do it again. Okay. Fear is going to hold you back from being self-confident. Fear is it's just going to ruin everything. So you're going to sit here and say, I don't know if I can do it in home. I'm not, I don't know if I can do a live. I don't know if I can sell 500 pieces. Well, don't make unrealistic goals. Make a goal to sell 25 pieces a week. If that is realistic for you, 25 pieces a week, and then do that goal. And if you can't reach that goal, then set something that's maybe a little more realistic. When we set outrageous goals for ourselves, it's very hard to build self-confidence when you're never obtaining the goals that you want. So if you're day one, don't say you're going to be a trainer by the end of the week. Like, don't do that to yourself. Just have fun with your business. You need to work it, but you also need to have fun. Like, that's a big part of, for me, self-confidence was building my environment. Your vibe attracts your tribe. So I try to be positive so that the people that are positive are attracted to me. There's always going to be people who are negative Nancy's. Bless and release those people, or love on them until they're happy people. Sometimes that doesn't happen. So those are just some tips. So self-confidence, educate yourself, speak positive, surround yourself with positive people, do it and do it again. I always fear training. Like, I know I'm not the world's best trainer. Okay. So I have to amp myself up. You know how many times I talked to Mark Spence this week? A lot. I'm like, Mark, is this good enough? I look in the mirror. I'm like, you got this. You know what you're doing. So I still struggle with the next half of this, owning your success. I have just recently been okay with calling myself a coach. I have a team, and this is more like for team, but I'll build into your business too if you don't have a team. So for me, I didn't feel like I deserved that title. Everyone's like, oh, you work so hard. You do. And I did, but I didn't feel like I was serving my team. I was afraid to do trainings. I was afraid that what I said didn't matter. What I said wasn't as good as somebody else. It was a little bit of a comparison trap. I try not to actually get myself into that, but I was just worried. Like, I'm crazy. I go off on tangents and I speak fast, and I didn't know how to teach some of the stuff, because some of the stuff that LuLaRoe teaches, like, it comes a little more natural to me. So I didn't know how to explain. How do you explain being positive? You just do it. For me, it was a learning thing. So I wasn't training my team, and I felt like I wasn't good enough. So for me, owning my success has only recently happened when Phil freed me up and he said, Stacy, you know what you're doing. I come to you for advice. You know what's right and you know what's wrong. So no, teach people what you know. And if you're wrong, correct it later. To me, that was the most freeing thing, not only for my team, but for my business. So a customer asks you about something and you don't know the answer, don't lie to them. Just say, hey, you know what? I'm not sure, but I'll find out for you. Or for me, my success comes from my team success. So when I see my team meeting goals, their own goals, when I see my team, I don't judge my success off my bonus check. I'm just going to be really honest with you. That's super duper that we have those. That's icing on the cake. But my bonus, to me, my win, my success is when somebody calls me and says, Stacy, I did it. I made trainer. Stacy, I did it. I did my first in-home. Stacy, I did it. I quit my job. My husband's home. Like, that is success to me. Like, that's priceless to me. So for me, gauging my success and owning my success comes when I know that I've done at the end of the day, I've helped somebody feel better about themselves. I've helped somebody reach a goal. I've helped somebody overcome a fear. There's a lot of people on my team who struggle with some real issues. I'm talking like anxiety and depression, and they fight a battle I've not had to fight. Okay. So for me to be able to encourage them, and they come back and they're like, Stacey, I did it. I didn't want to do it today. I really wanted to stay in bed today. I want to take my medicine and put my sheets over my head and be done. But I remember that you said that I'm more important. These people are more important than me. That is success. When you are working harder for somebody else's success than your own. And that's how I gauge my success. Now, if you don't have a team, making your customers happy, that's a good way to gauge your success. If you're more of a numbers person, when you serve more people, it just comes back to you. So when you're doing your business, if you're doing, if somebody, let's say Sally Joe wants a purple Irma, and you have like a purple Irma everybody wants, but Sally Joe always buys from you. So you message her, Sally Joe, I got this purple Irma, and you've made her day. That's success, because that means you're a successful consultant. So whether you have a team or you don't have a team, owning your success, I feel like, comes when you help other people. And that's kind of like that's how, I don't know, my servant's heart has grown so much because of this amazing team that I get to serve. Like it's a blessing to me to be able to help other people. And I know it might sound cheesy to some people, but to me, that's what it's about. Like, great, awesome, we make a bonus check. I mean, obviously that has saved our lives, but that's not what this whole business is about. This whole business, why we do what we do, how we do what we do, is helping other people. Like, that's what it is. And that's where my confidence has come, when I know that I'm doing the work and it's helping other people, and then they share that with me. And that's pretty much, I don't know if any of that really helped you guys, but that's kind of where I'm at. Success comes when you have confidence, and confidence comes with what you're putting out into the world, what you're putting into your mind. LuLaRoe has tons of amazing resources. There are super duper tons of amazing people on this team, on this call right now, that I've met some of you people. I haven't got to meet everybody, but just surround yourself with people that can build you up. If you don't know how to do something, learn or ask somebody to help you. Like, Hannah asked me to do this. Not that she can't do this, but this is something that's near and dear to my heart. I would do not ever ask me to do anything with numbers or spreadsheets, because I will be like, nope, not today, Satan. That is not happening. So that's not my strength. So know your strengths, and then surround yourself with the other people around you that can help you with your weaknesses. So does anybody have any questions? I mean, I know that was kind of a little.
No, that was fantastic, Stacey. I actually have a question, but I do want to say, because everybody's still muted, so if you do have a question and you really want me to unmute you, I can run in and do that, or just there's the little chat box. So if you have a question, just type a question in there. But I have a question. Yeah. So you were saying that when Phil kind of gave you that permission to own it, how did your business change? Like, how did your interactions with your team change, and then how did your like your VIPs and your locals, and how did your interactions with them change? How, like, basically my question is, what is the benefit of owning your success and having this self-confidence? Like, how does that become a blessing?
So basically what happened was, I was afraid to answer questions from my team. I was afraid because, like, what if I told you the wrong thing? What if you were asking me what to do in a certain situation with a certain customer, or something, shipping was delayed or something was wrong, and I said, oh, there's not any information on that, but then somebody else was like, oh, there's a whole list of things out here. So what happened for me was, let's say there was a confrontation with a customer. Okay, I know how to handle confrontations, but when somebody asked me, I was like, what if I say the wrong thing? What if I tell you to do this and it's the wrong thing? I basically said, I now treat every question, I take a step back, because usually I'm very reactive. I take a step back and I say, okay, how would I want as a customer to be treated in this situation? And is that actually plausible? So I just would give somebody my advice. Hey, you know what? This is what I would do in this situation. And most times, 9 times out of 10, what I said was the correct thing. Let me try to think of a specific example for you. Somebody had said the other day, I don't know, something silly. Somebody asked me on my team page, hey, where's the Q Club list? And like a month ago, I'm like, oh my gosh, where is the Q Club list? I don't know where the Q Club list is. Do they have a Q Club? I was like, there's no Q Club list, Stacey. Stop freaking out. So I said, sorry, there's no Q Club list. They don't do that anymore. Refer to your emails, blah, blah, blah. Which in the past I would have like, oh my gosh, somebody answer me, like, Phil, is there a Q? Like, I would have just freaked. It gave me the freedom to stop stressing. Like, if there was a Q Club list, I would have gone back and I would have said, oh, you know what, girl, there's totally a Q Club list. I missed it. I guess there was a window. Like, it gave me the permission to go ahead and give you the answer that was probably right in the first place. And then if it's not, to go ahead and I can fix it later. It gave my team permission to trust me. I no longer was like weeble wobbly. They knew that they could come to me for an answer, and if I didn't have the answer, that I would find out for them. But it would be the correct answer most times. Does that make sense?
Yeah. No, I have actually had, and I'm because you and I have both had that. I'm assuming everybody else has, but I've had. Sorry, my foot's stuck. I've had lots of similar situations where I'm like, I'm pretty sure this is the answer, and then I'll either run to Hannah or I'll just kind of put off answering, and then they'll like send me a question mark like, hello, I saw that you saw my message and you're not responding. And I'm like, okay, just take a deep breath. Like, I could just answer this. But you're right, because I do doubt myself. And were you on the Training the Trainers call this week? Did you see Amy
No, I
Francis?
didn't get on this week, but yeah,
Oh my
no,
gosh.
I have the replay, so we're
Got
good.
to it. So good. But Amy Francis said, when you don't answer and you don't correct and you don't fix because out of fear, when you don't do that, what you do end up doing is that silence adds to the negativity. You then become part of the problem. Instead of saying, I don't know how to fix the problem, and you just leave it, she says the silence adds to the problem. So that was powerful to me.
It creates this, it's the fear of unknown. It's that whole thing of fear. Like people are like, well, I don't have an answer. Now I can't answer this person. And yes, it just creates this, it's a cluster. It's just a cluster of emotions, negative emotions. I 100% agree with what Amy said. Now, business-wise, I never really struggled in that sense. Like if somebody asked me about, is there a problem with tall and curvy leggings? Why are tall and curvy leggings not out? You know what I say? LuLaRoe, this is how I answer my questions. LuLaRoe is amazing. And you know what? They make these great tall and curvy leggings, and they make them so much that they are sold out. And they want to make sure that everything is prepped and ready. And never tell people like, I don't know, there's probably a manufacturer defect. Like that's, don't. Just own that LuLaRoe is great. And you know what? I don't really know when they're going to get them back, but they will, and I'll have them. Like that kind of thing. I try to be super positive. I always support, even sometimes when we don't want to totally back LuLaRoe. There's times, I'm not going to lie to you, there's times where I'm like, really, get your shipping together. But I would never say that. One, I would never say that to my team, because that would just create a whole cone of drama. And two, I would never ever say that on my VIP. So this kind of also leads into when you have a team and negativity on your page, that whole being positive thing. I mean, I don't delete people's comments that are negative, okay? Unless they're like really rude and somebody's like, then if you're being a butthole, you're gonna get deleted. But for the most part, I want my team to understand that it's okay to vent, but it is not okay to stay there. Like that's a big thing for me. The more that you stay in a dark place, the darker it gets. And that's why I always tell people, if you cannot get out of that hole, then you need to find somebody who can help you. Because I am the queen of finding something good in everything. Like ants biting me, I'm still alive. You know, like that. I will find the good for you. If I tell my team, if you can't find it, I'll help you find it. So I don't know. I don't know if that really helps answer. That was like a long-winded.
No, that was awesome. That was really good. Okay, so if nobody else has anything else, I want to ask you, do you have a challenge for us? Can you challenge us to do something?
So my biggest fear, which I feel like is probably 90% of our fears, is in homes. Okay. It is hard it's easy to make excuses. I have kids. I have this. I have that. And there's nothing wrong with those excuses. And I'm not saying your life is any different than mine, but I have kids and no husband here right now. So I challenge you to do 2 in-homes, to beat that fear that you're not good enough, or you're, whatever, or your schedule's too busy, or whatever your excuse is to book 2 in-homes this month. Whether it's you taking your stuff and going to somebody else's house and hosting, because when you serve somebody and you have these people in this person's, I don't say men, like women anymore, because it could be a man. We have this person who is just dying to try on all this stuff, and all their friends come in, and there's this amazing atmosphere. Something about your confidence in yourself and your LuLaRoe, helping other people find that confidence, like your heart is just full. So whether it's doing that, or whether for me, I use my situation, because I can't take 1,300 pieces to somebody's house right now because I have my husband. I bring people into my home. So I open my home, open house. Come on over. We're going to have coffee. We'll have some muffins. You don't even have to do any of that stuff. You could just say, we have LuLaRoe. And girls will be like, what? I'm coming. So I challenge you to do 2 in-homes this month. It is probably, I talked to Hannah, she said that's probably one of the biggest struggles for her team. It's also one of the biggest struggles for my team. And I will tell you that one girl on my team, she did this for 4 months? 4 months, only did it online. She was so afraid. There was another girl in her town who's not on our team, and she was giving stuff away below map. Do not do that. I will find you. Do not sell stuff below map. So anyway, this chick was selling stuff below map, and she was like, I can't compete with that. I was like, open your home. Because your customer service will always win out of people, always top people who think that they need to discount our products. You don't need to discount LuLaRoe to make money. She opened her home. She sold 47 pieces, the most she ever sold. So I challenge that biggest fear for you guys is to do 2 in-homes. And I want to see like a picture. And you know what? If nobody shows up, then you did it. You still did. I've had in-homes. I'm doing this for a year. I've had in-homes where nobody has showed up. None, not one person. So then I did a live. But Don't let that stop you. If nobody shows up, who cares? Then you know what? You've done it. You put yourself out there. You move on to the next day, or you jump on live and you're like, hey, I've got all these Carlies who wants to do a last minute sale. Make it work. That's my challenge.
I love that you kind of skipped over that. Nobody showed up, so I went on live, and then you moved on. But that's a big deal because I think a lot of people, myself included, would be like, nobody showed up, and then I would vent to Hannah, and then I would feel really bad about myself, and then I'd go eat lots of muffins. So I love that you just jumped on live because that's a really great way to find that silver lining.
Yay.
Awesome, Stacey, I love you. This was awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you guys so much for letting me train with you guys and meet. I can't wait to meet everybody. Jen Mobley, where do I know you from somewhere?
Jen Mobley's awesome. She lives in Hawaii.
Yeah. You live in Hawaii because
you've met her.
Did I meet you? Yeah, because I met you. Oh, please bless my heart. Please give me grace. I told you I'm lucky I'm wearing a bra today.
I know. Jen Mobley's awesome. She's fantastic. Everybody's fantastic. Okay. Well, Thank you all. Thanks for participating, and we will put the replay up soon. Thanks, Stacey.
Right. Bye, y'all.
Bye.